Welcome everyone. Today I'm working on this new book that I started last week, and today I'm using red. I happen to have some fabric with hearts on it, and since every page in this book is going to have hearts on it, I thought that would be perfect to incorporate in my page of red. I'm going to begin by creating my collage, and just like last time, I like to repeat the fabrics multiple times throughout the page. I'm using a glue stick and some thread to baste down the pieces before I begin stitching. I have an assortment of red threads here, and now the hard part is choosing which one I want to start with. Let's lay them all out and see what we have to work with. These darker ones look almost the same, but there is a slight difference. I bet some of you know the number of these colors, but I don't, because there was a time when I just decided to remove all the labels and wind all the threads around these little bobbins. Now that I've decided on a color, I'm going to go up and down this entire page with a running stitch just to hold everything in place, and then maybe after that I will do some decorative stitching on top. I don't know if you can see this, but it seems like the fibers from the flannel are coming up as I'm stitching. I can see this because it's a dark fabric. I didn't notice at all when I was stitching the yellow page, but on this dark fabric, I see it. I'm going to be using this mini yarn to create feather stitch, which I think is one of the most beautiful stitches there is. Look at how beautiful this stitch is. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I maybe should have saved it for the green or blue page because it sort of reminds me of grass or seaweed, but who says we can't use this stitch again? We can do this stitch as many times as we want. Next, I'm going in with these little wooden beads. They remind me of flower buds or berries or something like that. And I think they're going to look very pretty on this page. Does this happen to you? Do your hands get discolored from cooking with colorful foods? These little red heart beads fit my theme perfectly. I'm going to use them as little flowers at the top of some of the feather stitching. This page wouldn't be complete without some sparkly beads, so here we go. I love this page. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the feather stitch. I love the beads. I love the red. I think red is my new favorite color. What did you think of the red collage? I love it. I love the yellow one too. They're both nice. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out so far. Let's see what color will be next. Maybe green or blue? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. But I wanted to show you something else that I've been working on. This is my first, I guess, junk journal or art journal. I don't know what you want to call it. I made it using the Christmas cards I received in the mail this year, or last year. We're in 2026 now. So these are my 2025 Christmas cards. And let me show you what I've done here. So this is my first time making a journal out of paper. And let me open it up and show you what it looks like. So this cover was actually a Christmas card. I didn't do anything to the back. I'm probably just going to leave it like that. And the cover was already so beautiful. So the only thing I really did was added this button and some little dangly bits. And I just sewed that right onto the paper. So this was from inside one of the cards, and this was the outside of another card, and then I just put a little brad here. These are just writing paper that I glued onto some thicker, I wouldn't call it cardstock, but it's a little bit thicker than just regular paper. And this was another part of a card. This was another card. It's very sparkly. And one mistake I made was that I decided to ink the edges after I already assembled the book. So I don't know if you can see, but it kind of made some lines on some of the pages. So lesson learned for next time. I just have a couple of blank pages here for drawing or writing. And again, that's because I inked after assembly. This is actually an envelope. The other side is over here somewhere. There it is. But we'll get there. So this is the flap of the envelope. I've got some more space for writing and drawing. This was another card. And this was from the same card. I think it was like this or something. Or this could have been from the back. I don't remember now. And then here's a sentiment from yet another card. And I have a little brad there attaching this little felt snowflake. I thought that was very cute. So we have a nice little pocket there. And more pieces of card here with some rickrack. This is actually a piece of a handmade card from my friend. So this is the other half of that envelope. And these are sentiments from inside two other cards. Lots of space for writing and drawing. Yet another card, and look at this one, it pops out. I think that's so cute. And I like how it adds a 3D element to this book. And that's it. And then I just have a piece of string here to wrap it all up. And that's it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out at first because some of the paper was warping. I don't really have the right glue for this kind of project, but I kept at it and I like the way it turned out. I think it's very pretty. And I will definitely be making more books like this. I didn't record it. I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing this kind of thing. If you are, then maybe I can start recording my adventures. We can learn together.